Guten Tag, wie geht's? I'm Chris with Premier Guitar. We are at Frankfurt Musikmesse, and I'm here with Rick Boss of AXB Audio, which is Bolt, Forge, Motion Sound, and Morpheus. And hi, Rick.
Hi, how are you?
I guess you're going to show us the Forge bass amp.
Yes. The Forge bass amp is based on the concept of having tri-amplification built into the speaker enclosure that is controlled by an active servo loop technology system. What that does is it keeps the cabinet, speakers and everything running at a flat frequency response from 27 hertz up to 10 kilohertz. What that provides is no frequency dropouts, no matter how low you go on the bass, especially like 5 strings. You get down on the bottom B string, you can experience some frequency dropouts or muddiness. With this system, it eliminates all that. In the 2105 cabinet here, we have a 15-inch speaker, 2 10s, and 2 5-inch speakers right in here. The speakers are in, each speaker group is in its own sealed cabinet within the main enclosure, so you don't have any frequency bleed over or cancellation. The power amps, as I said, and all the servo loop technology is all built into the cabinet as well. We use switching power supply power amps for lightweight. All 3 power amps combined weigh only 16 pounds. Then moving up to the preamp, we have a 7-tube preamp with a semi-parametric 5-band EQ system, plus or minus 15 dB cut and boost, sweepable frequencies with 1 octave Q, pre and post gain. You have a switchable button here. You can go clean tube or a classic tube, which gets you a little more growl. You can cut your EQ in and out, as well as a low-cut filter, sweepable in and out. The compressor is also a tube compressor, an LA2A type optic design. You can switch it in and out, and we have a mute switch, so you can mute the system if you want to tune. On the rear, we have the outputs, of course, and then you have a direct output with a line select, ground lift, and pre or post compressor. You have a tuner out, and we have also have a jack that selects your effects. So, and then an effects loop here. Okay. The tubes in here, there's, as I said, there's 7. There's 4 12AX7s and 3 12AU7 tubes in it. Okay, we also have a rear panel on the back of our cabinets. We have an overall power amp control, volume control here, which controls the overall level of all 3 power amps. Then the subwoofer control and the high frequency control cover their levels relative to the bass amp itself, the main bass amp. As you can see, we have balanced inputs. We also have balanced outputs, allowing you to daisy chain as many cabinets as you would like to do. This switch right here, when it's out, the 10-inch speakers are now crossed over. Pushing it in runs the 10-inch speakers at full range. That allows a sound engineer, for example, to stick a mic in front of one 10-inch speaker, and he's got the full range there. We have ground lift on the main panel, and if you look down, we got very heavy-duty wheels. This thing is built to, in fact, each wheel will hold 135 pounds. The cabinet itself will weigh 101 pounds, the production cabinet. Okay, we're going to talk about the 4108 enclosure, which is our big backline enclosure. This cabinet has 3 5-inch speakers, has 4 10-inch speakers located here, and an 18-inch sub. Each speaker group is also in its own sealed cabinet within the main enclosure. There are, once again, 3 power amps in here, controlled by active servo loop technology. There's a total of 2,100 watts program. That's continuous program. It'll peak at 4,200. So you got 1,000 watts on the 18, 800 on the 410s, and 300 on the 35s. And by the way, I should mention, we use speakers and not bullet tweeters. These speakers are softer on your ear. They don't break, and but they still give you all the frequency responses. So it works out really good for us. You compare this to like our 2105, which is 1,200 watts. So you have 800 on the 15, 400 on the 210s, and 200 on the 25s on that one.
So quite a lot of choices for people.
Yes, and we're coming out with more units. We have here a combo version of the 2105, which has a preamp built in it, and we are going to come out with a line of smaller cabinets, all built around the same theme of tri-amplification and active servo loop technology and a lot of horsepower.
Sounds very cool. So where can people go online if they want to find out more about this?
At forgebase.com.
Thanks a lot, Rick.
You betcha. Thank you.
That's AXB, Forge, 2 preamps, enclosures. I'm Chris Burgess. You're watching PremierGuitar.com.